Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, where we have at last had a murder, and are beginning our first investigation. And as of this very moment, I really have no suspects yet. There's really not enough to go on. Hopefully this investigation will help us decide who is the killer. Otherwise, we're all dead.
It's the Monokuma file!
Oh, joy.
Hey!
Just as I thought! You amateurs need this, right? What the hell is a Monokuma file?
I don't like this.
Jeez, explaining the rules all the time really breaks my bones.
Why you?
Well, it's not like I have bones in the first place. Like, don't even make me say such lame jokes. I think you did it voluntarily, sir. Do not project your guilt onto us. It's not our fault.
Allow me to explain.
Let's see. The Monokuma file contains precise and detailed information regarding the dead body.
What?
I brought it to you so you guys can smoothly proceed with the investigation. I'm such a nice guy.
Shing!
I'm so nice, I want to be known as the Mother Teresa of the mascot world. Might have to stop your murdering then.
Hey!
Nice, you say? You're such a selfish meanie.
What's this?
My. Manami, the meaningless mascot. You're still here?
You stupid brother!
Don't put me in the meaningless mascot genre.
Damn it!
Come on, let's go. Your turn is already up. Hurry up and get the hell out of here with me. Ouchie, don't pull my ears. They're going to come off. They're finally gone. Thank goodness. Now we can get down to work, hopefully. The Monokuma file, huh? Anyway, I guess I should look it over just in case. Ooh, the Monokuma file is on a tablet this time. Wait a second. It didn't let us look at the first part long enough. Wonder if we can actually look at it in full. Because I want to know who this is, because I'm pretty well convinced it's not actually Byakuya, but an imposter of some sort. The victim's body was discovered in the dining hall of the old building near the Hotel Mirai. The estimated time of death is 11:30 p.m. The victim was repeatedly stabbed over 10 times between the throat and abdominal region, resulting in death. Aside from that, the body had no other external injuries, and no chemicals such as poison were detected. So, Byakuya really is dead, or whoever it is. Damn it, you promised there wouldn't be even one victim. Why'd you end up being one? And now, I'll never know what you were going to say to me. Yeah. Now we don't get to have him reveal his true identity to us. Still, hopefully we can find it out through this investigation. In the end, what did he even mean? Could it be? Even so, if there really is a traitor, isn't that gosh darn awful? I guess he could be the traitor. I find it very hard to believe that Monokuma would want the traitor to be killed in the very first crime. Though I'm unsure what he could have done to actually prevent it. If there is a traitor, then the traitor is on Monokuma's side, right? A traitor. No way. Just because he said lots of serious things, it doesn't mean he was the traitor. What am I thinking? Alright, we got our first truth bullet. Anyway, we need to carefully examine everything. That's right, I need to do it. If we're going to survive this, we need to do it. I have to prepare myself for the worst. Okay, can we... Lots to look at, and we can now look at the monitor. That's changed. See, that's the transcript. Are we able to look at the Monokuma file in full? Alright, no, it's not going to let us look at the actual first page there. Okay, guess I should have read it more quickly. I suppose I can look at it during editing if the font's large enough to actually read. Let's start looking at things. A remote-controlled air conditioner. Air conditioner. Could it be? Hey, all of you, why can't you act a little more grown-up? Oh, the air conditioner was beeping? So, the air conditioner came on and overloaded the breaker is our conjecture here? Our hypothesis, if you will? This air conditioner is probably the only machine inside this room. And the air conditioner's remote control, well, I mean, there's a ceiling fan, that's a machine. There's a monitor, that's a machine. There's a camera, that's a machine. The timer is set to 11:30 p.m. Okay, well, that definitely adds to our evidence saying that this kicked the breaker. How did it come back on? Because nobody admitted to actually having gotten to and resetting the breaker. I'm pretty sure Byakuya's time of death was around the same time. It was, according to the file. If so, that means that mechanical sound before the blackout is probably came from this air conditioner. My flashes of inspiration aren't as bad as I thought. Nice. AC timer. Who set the timer, or was that just something it always comes on at that time? Seems like a weird time for an air conditioner to be set to come on, doesn't it? Monokuma contacts us through these monitors. I really want to break it. Okay, just the same thing. Wonder why it lets us look at it now, though, when it didn't at first. Well, let's see if we can get a better look at the body. There is definitely some green tape hanging there. Under this very table, Byakuya was... What is that binocular type device there? Looks like it's got headgear attached to it. Some kind of night vision? First, I should investigate the top of the table. Though, the only thing on top of this table that really catches my eye is this desk lamp. Looks like an antique lamp, and it seems rather heavy. The power cord was connected to the outlet, so it would have been useless during the blackout. Other than that, there's nothing else on the table that really stands out to me, so... Now's not the time for me to flinch. I gotta do it. I let out a shout as if to encourage myself and quickly looked beneath the table. Hopefully we didn't startle anyone. Yep, there's green on the handle of the knife as well. And all of the tape isn't green, just the middle. So it's paint? Okay, bear with me here. If this headgear with the binoculars on it is night vision goggles, and the tape has green paint and so does the handle of the knife, then that must be a type of paint that would be visible or more easily visible to night vision goggles, and the knife was taped there so that it could be retrieved when the power went out. The question is, was it Byakuya with the night vision goggles, or was he after the person who actually had the night vision goggles? Who put the knife there? Okay, there's just a lot of unanswered questions, and I'm just rambling. Sorry, we'll continue. Immediately, I noticed an unexplainable smell like rusted iron hanging in the air. Enduring the stinging pain in the back of my eyes, I slowly shifted my gaze toward Byakuya's body. Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny. He was the kind of guy who said a lot of hurtful things, but he tried his best to lead everyone. Why? Why did he have to end up like this? The only thing I can do right now, for Byakuya's sake, is to uncover the truth behind his death. They are night vision goggles, according to the pop-up. Looks like binoculars, but why is there a pair of binoculars under the table?
Hey,
Hajime, those aren't binoculars. Oh, then what are they?
perhaps...
Those are probably night vision goggles. Night vision goggles? I've seen them at the supermarket on this island. They also stock self-defense kits, too. Well, we're on the right track. Did the killer use these night vision goggles to kill Byakuya during the blackout? Maybe, or this could be similar to the first case in the last game, in which Byakuya had planned the blackout and the night vision goggles and the planted knife were his, and someone killed him in self-defense or pseudo-self-defense, and it kind of backfired on him. Of course, according to Monokuma's rules, I don't think that that would make them not guilty. Okay. And the tape? Something stuck to the back of the table. Is this duct tape? There seems to be paint applied to the non-sticky side of the duct tape. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Okay. So it's not that it is more easily visible, if I could speak in English phrases that made sense. Not that it was more easily visible to the night vision goggles, it was that it was just seeable in the dark, period, because it glowed. Gotcha. So, with that revelation, it could be that the night vision goggles and the luminescent tape are two separate things, though I don't think they were, because you wouldn't totally need the night vision goggles to get to the knife, but you would need them in order to carry out your murder. So I do think that they're connected, though they may not be. Could this be glowing paint? A knife, which also has glowing paint on it. Is this the murder weapon? A bloody knife. Yeah, is this the weapon that killed Byakuya? Hold on. How did the killer bring this knife to the dining hall in the first place? It was taped underneath the table. Byakuya thoroughly patted down everyone and thoroughly inspected every corner of this old building. And all the confiscated dangerous items were supposed to be placed in that duraluminum case. It's possible they stole this knife from the case? Or they hid it somewhere hard to find, like under the table. Also, there's one more thing about this knife that's strange. There's some kind of paint that's been applied to the hilt. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? Alright. Well, everything is starting to come together. We still don't know who the actual killer is and how it took place exactly. The body is collapsed face down under the table. As if he was in the middle of attempting something. It looks like he was... According to the Monokuma file, he was repeatedly stabbed between the throat and abdominal region. Repeatedly stabbed. Would one of us really do something so horrible? Obviously. Alright. Blood? What is that separate? Pixel hunting, there it is, bloodstain. The blood flowing from Byakuya's body formed a huge pool under the table. That's a lot of blood. There's blood splattered everywhere. Even the inner side of the tablecloth is covered in blood. Must have hit some arteries then. The blood might have splattered all over the place when he got stabbed. But there don't seem to be any drag marks leading from the blood pool. Okay, so something a little bit odd here. How did he get stabbed between the throat and an abdomen in such a tight space 10 times? That knife doesn't actually look like it's been used to stab according to the blood that's on it. Looks more like it was used to slice. So I don't know if that's just an oversight in the developers. They just put some blood on there without thinking that a knife that had been used to stab would be, you know, bloody along the whole thing instead of just on the sharp edge. But we need to be aware that that could be the case. I'm sure I've pretty much investigated what's under the table. Despite the fact that it's just me, I think I'm working pretty hard. Even if it's just a little, I'm sure we're getting close to the truth behind Byakuya's death. I don't know that we're getting close yet, but we're definitely at the very start of it. We're making progress. So, anything else that needs to be looked at? Anything new about the tables or anything like that? No, not related to the incident, according to Hajime. Don't know if that's true or not. Makoto was definitely an unreliable narrator. I'm unsure if Hajime is. Why are the windows covered with iron plates? Alright, it's a waste of time. And whether he's an unreliable narrator or not, we are dependent upon him. We can't actually override him, so we just have to be aware that there is a possibility he is unreliable. Alright, nothing out of the ordinary. Guessing there's nothing on any of these tables. Yeah, not related to the incident. What about this case? Why is it open? And is this the one that he kept, or is it the one that Peko had? And where was Peko up until she came back? We need to question her if it will let us. Oh, this metal case Byakuya had with him. I believe he said it was made of duraluminum. The last time I saw it, it was closed, but there are a lot of odd things inside this case, like a nightstick and pepper spray. Looks like there's also gloves, a key, a taser, and an open black case. That is the night vision goggles case. Hard plastic case, but the inside is empty. I wonder what was inside. The one thing that really catches my attention is this small key. It must be the key to the other duraluminum case. So this is definitely the one Byakuya kept with him. That other case was in the office, and all the collected dangerous items were inside of it. I didn't see it in the office when we were looking for Peko. We also didn't see her. If the key to that duraluminum case is right here, then it's unlikely that the murder weapon used to kill Byakuya was taken from that case. Which means the weapons inside that duraluminum case aren't related to Byakuya's murder. Even so, I still don't get it. Why did Byakuya have this duraluminum case in the first place? A case packed with all of this security equipment. Well, one of two possibilities. He was planning on using these things to help defend people, though the night vision goggles makes me suspicious of that with the power outage, or he was planning to commit murder himself. Maybe he was being extra cautious just in case. No, that can't be right. This is way too overboard. Could he have known something was going to happen beforehand? And because of that, he went to all this trouble to be extra careful? It's a possibility. He could have very much suspected that someone would use this party as an opportunity to commit the murder. Though it is very suspicious all the way around. Guess the only thing left to do... Well, let's check out the camera just to be sure, since we can now look at it. Looks like it's the same thing. Okay. Let's begin questioning people. We'll go left to right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Impossible!
Is this effort futile as well? Hey, are you still looking for the earring you dropped?
You!
It is not a mere earring. It is the Hellhound earring. Okay.
Fine.
Long ago, in a faraway land, a beast known as the Hellhound was feared by all, even by he who summoned it. Well, this certainly is random. The Hellhound tore its way through innumerable battlefields, its fangs glistening with blood. And his drenched blood-red fur would dry in the howling winds of loneliness. Are you writing a story? When I finally tamed that diabolic beast, I received an earring to commemorate that event. Oh, so we're going with this as canon.
Shiver.
Right. So that I may never forget the night I battled that fearsome Pomeranian, I wear that earring at all times. So the Hellhound was a Pomeranian, a little fluff ball. Well, that makes some sense, seeing as how your 4 Dark Devas are hamsters, so... Was that really about a friggin' Pomeranian? I understand it's important to you, but for now we need to investigate.
I won't let you!
Where is it? Where did it disappear to? This could actually be part of the case somehow, I don't know. Maybe it fell underneath the floor. The carpet didn't cover the whole floor. It might have fallen through the gaps between the exposed floorboards, or it might be under Byakuya's body, in which case Gundam would be a suspect, right? So that's what transpired. Such a clever little bauble. Gundam laughed uproariously as he walked toward the wall and pressed his head against the gaps in the floor. And peered beneath the floorboards.
I can see it!
Good. Congratulations. Can we get back to investigating the murder? One of our fellow classmates was just slaughtered. I have found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. Sure thing, dude. Good for you.
Let me ask.
Go under the floor somehow? Or rip up the boards? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either. Then maybe you should just give up.
What?
Give up what? The world? No, the earring. Yeah.
You!
Have you not yet realized, fool? The world would come to an end if the human race were to lose that earring. You certainly live in your own little fantasy world, don't you, Gundam? You humans are so satisfied with clothing yourselves in layers of false knowledge. Right, we're the ones clothing ourselves in layers of false knowledge. You're the only one who knows the truth. Great. Now that we've established that, enlighten us, Gundam.
If you flinch, you will die!
But even with all those layers, you will still not survive the winter. I've heard it's coming. Is that relevant? Why am I being scolded? I don't know. He's very eccentric, but entertaining, so sure.
Fine.
It was foolish of me to rely on you fools. Fine, I shall do something about it on my own. So who are the bigger fools? Us as fools? Or you, the fool who relied on the fools? I think it's a fair question. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go save the world. Sure. Just don't go too far, because you may be a suspect. He wants that earring back by any means necessary. His determination is truly inspiring. Sure, it's inspiring. It's entertaining, I'll give you that. But it'd be nice if he actually helped me with the investigation. Don't think we can really rely on much of anybody. At least no one has come to the forefront so far as a Kyoko-esque character in this one, so maybe we're not going to get that help this time around. Oh, but gaps in the floorboard are a truth bullet? So they're somehow relevant? How are they relevant, though? We need to discern that. Anything relevant from you, Mahiru? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine.
What's going on?
Is that what you expected me to say? Because I feel terrible. No, I was genuinely concerned, and I would very much like it if you told me the truth. I'm sorry you feel terrible. Is there anything I can do to help you? 1 minute Byakuya is alive and well, and in an instant something awful suddenly happens. Of course I'm not fine.
Why?
And not only that, but whoever killed him is one of us, right? Unfortunately. That hasn't been determined yet. Well, you're not aware of how this works, but it has been determined or we wouldn't be having a trial. It's already been determined. You've already accepted it, haven't you? Me as the player, yes. Hajime as my avatar, no.
This is the worst.
That we have to find out who the killer is. Find out which friend killed our friend. I love how people in this game are so quick to claim friendship with people they barely know. I don't like it either, but we won't survive if we don't go through with it. I mean, the person that we could come closest to calling a friend is now dead because we spent our free time with him. We know more about him than anyone else, so none of you guys are my friends yet. You are acquaintances. It's not just for yourself. We have to do it to protect all of us. If I had only acted calmer during the blackout, Byakuya might still be alive. Okay, explain. How do you come to that conclusion?
This is the worst.
This whole thing would have never happened. Why do you think that you being calmer would have stopped it from happening? Stop blaming yourself. Nothing good will come of it.
Jeez.
Okay. Getting cheered up by a boy isn't like me at all. Well, maybe you should also get over your whatever problem you have with the male gender. Because, you know what, we're all in this together. And him being male, you being female, isn't that big of a deal, okay? Just life advice there. We're all human beings. Alright, glad we had this talk, Mahiru.
Got it?
Hey, Hajime, forget about what I just said. Got it? Sure. Anything you say. Sure. That's fine, I got it. Anyway, I won't dwell on it for now. I can't become a burden to everyone. Plus, there might be a clue that only I have access to. Really? Did you take some pictures? A clue. Please don't hold back.
Hey.
Photos. The ones I took just before the blackout, remember? Can we see them? Do they need to be developed, or is your camera digital? Okay. Yes, I do. I very much want to see them. I have a digital camera so I can show them to you right now. Thank you. Please do. Let's see. It's this photo. All right. That's not blood on Nekomaru's head, is it? There's like some pink dots. Of course, he was in need of a bowel movement very badly, so, I mean, there's sweat there for sure. Maybe that's just an indication of his discomfort. Okay. So we got some of us here. I don't see anything suspicious. Other than, you know, Nekomaru's brow. Alright, there's Akane in the background, chowing down on food, as is her wont. There is Gundam. Alright, I don't see us in any of these. Or wait, we were in the previous one, weren't we? No, that was Nagito, who may or may not be Makoto. With the revelation of Byakuya, I'm just not sure about anything. Let's not take anything for granted. I took these two photos right before the blackout, but... Huh? Yes? Is something wrong? I didn't realize it until just now, but right before the blackout, Byakuya was standing in a totally different place than where we found him. Oh, okay, I guess that is relevant. He's actually on the opposite side of the room, because the table he was found under was in the far right corner. Okay, we were in this. There's Hajime. Never mind. Wasn't really looking for myself in the first one there. Wasn't his body under that table with the lamp on top of it? The one underneath the monitor? Yep. And Nagito is standing right beside the controls for the air conditioner. Of course, there was a timer set, so he wouldn't have needed to push the button, though he could have set the timer, I guess. Prior to that, Byakuya was standing along the wall farthest away from that table. You're right, that's pretty far. There's something... Everyone's standing position before the blackout might be a huge clue. Hey, can you approximate everyone's standing position from these photos? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It'd be hard to understand from the photos alone, so it might be better for me to plot it out. Well, good, you can do that. See, you're helpful. You're not useless. But would that actually provide a clue? I mean, it won't hinder the investigation, that's for sure, and it may be very helpful. I don't know yet, but I feel like it could.
Leave it to me.
Got it. Then leave it to me. That's pretty much the only job I can do anyway. Also, watch the body. Remember that, please. Thank you. All right, now that that's decided...
You better do your best.
You better work hard on your investigation, too. How much longer are you planning to stand around? Right. I'm just going to ignore that because we had an actual productive conversation there. So let's not ruin it by you being you, okay?
Do you understand?
I'm trying so hard to not hate you, Mahiru. Yeah, I know, but it's good she's all fired up now, but she's a totally different person now than when she was feeling down. All right, whoever you actually are.
Hey.
Hey, Hajime, there's something I want to run by you. Before that blackout occurred, Byakuya was in the dining hall with the rest of us, right? Yeah, that's right. And if Byakuya's dead body was discovered after the blackout, then don't you think he died during the blackout? Yes, Sherlock. I think that's when he died. The blackout. Please, Hajime, don't be so stupid.
But...
Why was Byakuya's body under a table? Well, he was either going for that knife that was taped there, or he was after the person who was going for the knife that was taped there. Even if the killer tried to hide him, it's not like he would have stayed hidden forever. Isn't it confusing? You're absolutely right. It seems finding out what exactly happened during the blackout is key to solving the mystery. There's no way I'd know. It was so dark during the blackout I couldn't see a thing. Would have been nice if Mahiru had continued to take pictures with her camera. It looked like it had a flash, so that would be awesome. But she didn't, so...
that's not it.
Although, if seeing was impossible, then there's a possibility that someone might have heard something. That's true. Byakuya did move rather noisily, judging from sound effects in the game. Heard something? Are you talking about her? Who's her? Who's the her? This is the only her left in the room, isn't it? I must investigate my classmate's body. Yes, I'm the one who has medical knowledge. That's why I need to do it. To do it somehow. Before you start, why don't you calm down a little bit? You're right, I need to calm down first. I'm careless enough as it is. That's pretty obvious from how you fell earlier. Yes, please do your best not to fall right on top of the evidence. I'm terribly sorry about that, for showing you something so unsightly. Uh-huh. You made me remember it again. And of course, we have to see it again too, don't we? I made such a fool of myself in front of everyone. Forget making a fool of yourself. How in the world did you end up like that? Well, I got startled by the blackout. I slipped on the carpet, and once I was struggling to get back up.
How embarrassing.
Uh-huh. Please erase it from your memory. I'm trying, but the game keeps showing it to me. Even if you ask me, I won't be able to forget it so easily. Sorry. I can't stand it. Just lie to her, Hajime. Tell her you've put it out of your mind. Set her at ease. You know, whatever it takes to get this done. Really? That's a truth bullet. Okay. Are we saying that people are working together? That she was a distraction? As an accomplice? Now then, where else should I investigate? Well,
Hajime.
Sure. What do you need?
Hey,
When we're finished with the investigation here, would you like to hear what everyone has to say together? If I go by myself, some people might not talk to me out of caution. Why would that be the case? Well, we've been told that one of us is a killer. It can't be helped if everyone's on edge right now. Oh, you're saying they wouldn't want to be alone with you out of caution. Well, that makes sense. But why me? You're easy to talk to, and I feel like you have a scent similar to mine. A scent? We smell the same? We both harbor special feelings toward Hope's Peak Academy, isn't that right? Well, yeah, but... Fine, if we're going together, let's get on with it. There's no time for idle chit-chat.
thanks.
I'm glad. It'll be a great help. Special feelings, huh? Even so, what he said about us being similar, I don't think I agree. Yeah,
Now then.
I guess for now we should search the inside of this old building and listen to what others have to say. Not just the dining hall, I think we should consider the whole building the scene of the crime. Yes, very much so. We need to get into that bathroom too. Since the door's been jammed the whole time, I want to see what's going on in there. After all, the blackout that took place at the time would have happened throughout this entire building. Yeah, you're right. We need to question Peko and whoa. Okay, you startled me there, Ibuki. I think we should probably look at everything before we start talking to people. I guess it would help if we looked at the map and see where the exclamation points are. Because generally it gives us exclamation points letting us know where we need to investigate. Alright, so the office, it's not marking the bathroom for whatever reason. It is marking the hall, so is that Ibuki or everyone? And so the bathroom is the only place that's not marked. That's weird, but sure. Can we? It's locked. Someone appears to be inside since it's a unisex bathroom. I don't know who's actually in there. Well, it's been locked the whole time. I think we can rule out that there's someone in there.
Hey!
We knocked on the door and tried calling out to whoever was on the other side, but... There's no response. This is going nowhere. We need to break it down. There's no rule against destroying property in this one, I don't think. From what I remember from the rules he gave us. I guess we should give up for now and check on it later. Of course, Usami gave us rules saying not to destroy things, so maybe he would also honor those rules? I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Okay. There's no one here. Can we leave? No. Alright. Oh. What? Where was the... There was an investigation thing that popped up there for a second. Oh, maybe it's just the door? Okay. Alright, fire extinguisher. Not relevant. Sure, let's check the office. Well, there's the case. Was it here before and I just didn't see it?
Hajime.
I don't remember seeing that case. The old building circuit breaker should be inside this office. It is. It's up near the ceiling. Circuit breaker, huh? Might be related to the blackout. So it's better if we check out the circuit breaker first. Yeah, well, Pecco's in here now. Yeah, I guess when I start editing episodes after this recording session, I'll know whether I just didn't see the case when I was in here the first time. That must be this old building circuit breaker. The blackout probably happened because of this. Who reset it, though?
I see.
Doesn't look like someone did anything to it. Nothing else looks suspicious either. The circuit breaker is pretty high up. Even if you use a stepladder, you wouldn't reach it. Yeah, I totally agree. That's why it's so mysterious. Well, during the blackout, I was panicking so bad I forgot about that, but... You're right. Even with the stepladder, there's no way you'd be able to reach that circuit breaker. Which means someone must have reset the breaker after the blackout, but who? Ta-da! Oh, you did?
Whoa!
It's here.
Actually,
You idiots had no idea what to do about the blackout, so I'm the one who reset the circuit breaker. Thank you.
by the way,
I'm not the one who tripped the breaker. The killer did that, of course. But how did someone as small as you reset the breaker?
hey,
Well, firstly, my eyes work real good at night, so I have no trouble seeing in the dark. And if you want to know how I reach the circuit breaker, my body stretches. You know, I'm very elastic. All right, Stretch Armstrong.
I won't be fooled.
Liar.
it's true.
I'm serious. Want to see? Yes, please demonstrate. Want to see a version of Monokuma with his body all stretched out? It's gross. It's grotesque. No thanks. Just imagining it makes me want to puke. Oh, really? Such a shame. Doggone it, whoever you are, you ruined it.
So cool.
Still, don't you think Monokuma's such a nice guy? In a popularity contest, he'd take first place. Maybe with himself.
I see.
What the hell? So he's the one who reset the breaker? Well, in that case, I'm convinced. There's no way we'd be able to reach that. If that's the case, how did the killer trip the breaker? Well, our conjecture is he overloaded it. He or she overloaded it by having the air conditioner come on. If they didn't trip it or set it to be tripped. Lots of interesting things going on here. I am intrigued and very glad that the answer in this first case isn't as blindingly obvious as it was in the first game. But as to what the answer is, I think that we'll need to wait until next time. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. Of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.